Hello, my name is Resilan, and welcome to Satisfactory. Okay, we are back in Satisfactory, and I'm going to take you through an upgrade that we've just done to our power plant. As you can see here, the power plant looks a little bit different from the last time we were here. If we come up here and look at that, we've got a platform up underneath this thing, and you can see here then on the main level we have 8 power plants here, we have 8 power plants here, and if we go on up higher, you can see that there are 16 smokestacks there, for a total of 32 coal power plants. These power plants are producing now a nice chunk of power for us. We're at 2,400 megawatts of power from these power plants. And then we've got an additional 400 through biofuel burners that are scattered around in various places. So just to kind of take you up and show you this plant and what I've done here, to feed this over here, we have a lot of water extractors. There's a big pile of these. We have 2 water extractors that are running at 75% each for every 4 generators. I did it that way just to keep things balanced and easy since I don't have the Mark II pipes yet. We have 2 coal generators. These are Mark II extractors that are coming out of pure coal nodes. They are actually piping the 240 coal per minute into these facilities. So one of them is feeding the top facility up here and one the bottom facility. You can see the water going up and being piped up underneath here, up underneath my platform. All of the water going around and going in here. This little building right here houses the kits that used to start it, the biomass burners. This was how I used to prime everything when I got it in here. And then inside here, there's just a basic building with the coal coming in, feeding out into a manifold system and running down the line. And water coming up above the pipe, the manifold, and dropping down into the burners. So that's this is the first level up here, and of my platform. Then down here, as you can see, there are several things that I did as I came down. I hid all of the pipes and the coal that's coming down through here. We can come over here behind it, kind of see what that building looks like as it's going down. These things are offset a little bit. They're not on the exact same grid. I did that in order to preserve the waterfall to where I could see the waterfall was part of what I have here. This facility is sitting out here kind of on a platform up above the waterfall and capturing all of this. And you can then look in here, and I've got the information. This is fed from the bottom. That's what this orange area underneath here is the hiding away the things that I'm not using. That shouldn't be there. Take that out of there. And then running this stuff in here, and what's in this is back here as far as how you do the facility and the power plants and all of that. There is a door over here on the back side of this where we can come in here and see this. I'm feeding the coal and things from the bottom, bringing them up to the top. That does not appear to be moving. It is, just slowly. Okay. So pulling all of this in here, all of these are running. Yep, everything's green there, everything's green there. Down on the far end it's green. Once again, the pipelines are coming in above the conveyor belts and that are coming up from the bottom. There's an area in here where you can see the conveyors coming down and feeding this. It comes down in here. I then split this into 2 sections. There's 240 coming in. I split it to 140 on each side, feed it up underneath, and send it over to the power generators, the coal burners. So that's the new and improved coal plant. At this point in time, I don't believe that I will expand this any further. That's probably the end of the expansion for this particular area and what I intend to do here. But I do have 2,400 coal power now that is being produced out of this facility. Pretty happy with it and the way it looks. Could definitely do a paint job at some point in time. When I pick a color scheme, I will end up painting this. But right now, that's 2,400 power. That'll be producing the power that for the time being. that I need in order to get to the next tier, which, as I'm working through my next things that I need to work on. So my next thing up is I need to take encased and industrial beams. I will need to be building those. That'll be the next project, is to build the plant that builds encased industrial beams there. And then once I have that in place, then I will be doing the unlock for the next tier, and then being able to go to tier 5 and tier 6, so that I, and then work my way towards, steel production or aluminum production. That'll be some of the next things that I do. Now, kind of as a bonus component for this particular video, is going to be going through a small plant I have over here that I have built in to produce silica, and the other component that is building here is the quartz crystals. So I'm producing quartz crystals, I'm producing silica, throwing those into a box, then taking the overflow of whatever's left over of that, throwing that into a resource sink here that I'm actually using to generate coupons. But this is a small facility. I just have a few constructors in here. If we come in here and take a look at this facility and how this thing looks coming into the front here, this is producing the silica. So I have the quartz coming in and going out. The leftover quartz is then going up to the next floor. I'm shipping it upstairs, and upstairs here then I have additional constructors here that are producing the quartz crystals, and there's 3 constructors up here producing those, feeding those out and across into this container. And so this is just a very small facility, taking the other components out. So looking at if I back off a little bit and kind of look at the building, it's built up here beside where I'm pulling out some of the iron that is going over to build my steel beams and steel pipes. This particular element is coming from underneath. So if we come under here and look underneath, we can see that this is where my quartz is coming from and going up. And where it is, if I come back in here into this cave, we can kind of fly back here into the cave right quick and take a look at what is in here. It is well back in here, but back here in this cave, well back in it, there is a quartz node, and it's a pure quartz node. So I have a mark, I believe that's a Mark 1 miner on it. I'll have to actually check right quick. It is a Mark 2 miner, my bad. It is a Mark 2 miner. So this thing is producing 240 quartz crystals a minute. I'm using that quartz crystal to produce all of the silica and quartz crystals that I need in order to get the build things. Now, silica is used in the building when you have glass. So I'm building the silica necessary for creating glass items. But it was underground in here. I discovered this thing back in here when I was exploring. I didn't know that quartz crystal was underground like that in the cave. And so when I found it, I was like, I have to do something with that. Pretty happy with how this turned out. Bringing this up, and then a little building up here, kind of tucked away back here in the corner for producing these items. And that gives me a good supply of items. Once I need quartz crystals, I'll have those things unlocked. But, it gives me a good bit of silica. And not to mention then any leftover, I just pipe it into this facility here and let it generate coupons. So pretty happy with it. Anyway, thanks guys. Let me know what you think as I continue to build this out. And next episode will be about I'm going to be adding and expanding another floor onto the steel plant over there for the encased industrial beams. So look forward to actually showing you working on that, and then us taking a look at it once I'm done. Thanks for watching guys. Take care.